preschoolers. Today we are going to be learning about another kind of animal. We'll be learning about reptiles. So I have a book called Really Cool Reptiles. And here is an example of a reptile. Do you know what that is? That's right, it's a snake. Snakes are reptiles. Let's find out what other kinds of animals are reptiles too. Meet the reptiles. See this sleek and slithering snake? Do you know what kind of animal it is? The answer is a reptile. And this is an Amazon tree boa constrictor snake. How can you tell if something is a reptile? All reptiles have skin that is dry and scaly. All reptiles are also vertebrates. That means they have backbones. So they have long backbones, like this snake has a long one. And snakes, it says, actually are not slimy. They have little dry scales that look like that close up. So there's a snake skeleton, and that's what the scales look like when you get really close to them. Reptiles are cold-blooded. That means they cannot make their own body heat like mammals and birds can. So reptiles lie in the sun to stay warm. They can't keep their own bodies warm, so they have to be in warm places and in the sun. The world is filled with many different kinds of reptiles. There are snakes, there are lizards, there are turtles and tortoises. There are alligators and crocodiles too. Let's learn more about these really cool creatures. So there are the snakes, lizard, turtles, tortoises, alligator, and crocodile. Reptiles are great at getting around. This lizard can run straight up a slick piece of glass. This is called a gecko, and gecko lizards have sticky pads on their feet to help them climb. So my daughter once had a gecko in an aquarium in a glass cage, and it could climb a little bit up the cage. It also liked to eat mealworms. Reptiles are excellent hunters. Chameleons use their long tongues to snatch tasty insects. Zap! So just like the frog in our other story, the chameleon uses its tongue to catch an insect for dinner. So what do they eat? Snakes eat mice, lizards, birds, and eggs. Lizards eat plants, insects, birds, and other small animals. Turtles eat plants, fish, worms, and insects. Tortoises eat plants, fruit, flowers, and insects. Alligators eat fish, frogs, snakes, and birds. And crocodiles eat fish, turtles, birds, and mammals. Lots of different things that they eat. Some reptiles are great at blending in with their surroundings. This helps them to hide from hungry predators. Can you see the gecko hiding on this tree? I'll bring the picture close, but he's really hard to see. Can you see him? His head is up here, and his legs and his body. He looks a lot like that tree, doesn't he? That's called camouflage, when you blend in with where you live. Some reptiles have other tricks for staying safe. Box turtles hide in their shells. Hog-nosed snakes turn upside down and pretend to be dead, so nobody will eat them. Because most animals don't like to eat dead animals. And then the box turtle hides in his shell. Because the shell is hard, it's hard to eat the shell, so he pulls in his arms and legs and hides. Say hello to one very big snake called an anaconda. Some of them grow to be 35 feet long. That's as long as a school bus. Wow, look at that big snake. It's a really huge snake. The pygmy chameleon is minuscule. It's so tiny it can fit on a fingertip. So chameleon is a kind of lizard, and look how tiny it is. That's on somebody's finger. So it's even smaller than it looks right here next to my finger. Check out the world's largest lizard. It can eat 100 pounds of food in one meal. That is like gobbling down 400 hamburgers. This is a Komodo Dragon, and I think they have those at the Minnesota Zoo. So if you go to the Minnesota Zoo in Apple Valley, you might be able to see one of those. Tortoises live on land, and turtles live mostly in water. Tortoises can live for more than 150 years. That is older than any other reptile, and any person too. In fact, that is older than any other land animal. And there's a Galapagos giant tortoise. See that? Some alligators can go a whole year without eating. They conserve energy by hardly moving at all. Wow. See you later, alligator. There's an alligator swimming. So there's the tortoise and the alligator. There are more than 8,000 species of reptiles in the world. Wow. Well, we are going to make a reptile today. I'm going to use some green paper and a paper plate. Can you guess what we might be making? I cut some ovals. I have a big oval for the head, and I have smaller ovals for feet. And then I have a triangle. Here's my triangle for the tail. Let's see what we're going to make. So first, I'm going to get my glue, and I'm going to glue the head on my reptile. So I'm going to put some glue on here, and I think I will attach it to the inside of the paper plate. Squeeze it so it sticks like that. And then I have 4 feet. My reptile has 4 oval-shaped feet. So there's 1. Here's number 2. So I have 2 feet on one side. And then I need 2 feet on the other side. So that was 1, 2, foot number 3, and foot number 4. All right. There are the feet for my reptile, and then I need my triangle tail. So I'll put some glue on my triangle. And I'll glue my triangle tail down. Pinch it nice and tight. And then if I turn it over, what kind of animal does it look like? Does it look like a turtle? A little bit. I made a turtle. There's the head, 1, 2, 3, 4 feet, and the triangle tail. So that's the bottom of my turtle. Here's the top of my turtle, and I'm going to color the turtle shell. So you can use paints if you want to, or I'm going to use a green marker. And I'm going to color my turtle shell green. And you can use different colors if you'd like to. Sometimes turtles might have like a pattern on their shells, so you might want to use a couple colors. You could even draw a design. I think I'm just going to color green, green, green today. And, oh, I think I'm going to I'm also going to use a black marker because I think my turtle needs a face on his head. So I'm going to put my black marker, and I'm going to make 2 black turtle eyes we'll give my turtle a smile. So there is my paper plate turtle. And you can try making one of those at home. You can make your own paper plate turtle. And if you don't have a paper plate, you could just use a big round piece of paper too. And then add, oops, looks like my turtle's feet are falling off. You can add feet and a head and a tail. So have fun making your paper plate turtle, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.